Hi, everyone. This is David D'Arcangelo. I'm the Global Marketing Advisor at CTFO, and you're in for a great treat tonight. We're going to keep it short and sweet because I want you to be able to go back and listen and watch and not have to feel like you got to be dragged through, oh, it's going to go 40 minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep it really quick because this is January. What's your plan? If you have a plan, let's see if I can add to it so you can get there on time, ahead of schedule, and with more success. And I know you're open for that. If you don't have a plan, then you're planning to fail. So here's your plan tonight. This is a big picture. Sit back and relax and enjoy it. We have a couple of announcements before I get started. Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday, mark your calendar, fundraising training. I've had so many people call in, email, talk to the people at the corporate office, and everybody's trying to get the details. Remember, the fundraising website that went out up there is for you to send out to them, and the charities and the people interested in the fundraising to click the bottom button. Some people confused it with, oh, that's what the charity uses. That's not. So you tune in Tuesday night, be ready, have your notepad ready, take down your notes, and get ready to really make some waves out there in the industry. So next one, we have so many new videos. You see all the new products up there, the exfoliator with the phenomenal Leah Gregory video, one of the best, most potent, most impactful videos in a short period of time. And that just makes it all happen. I really love that. I'm a great proponent of Leah in that video. We've got the muscle and joint cream. We've got the extra strength happy. We've got so many incredible coffee products. We've got a new video. So my point is this. Research suggests CTFO has the most advanced CBD and now CBDA and now CBGA products in the world. I want you to get trained so you'll know that when you're number one, everybody's coming for you, but you go out and you run as fast as you can, get as knowledgeable as you can of just the sound bites, and go out and you have a unique product, you have lead time in your competitors, and you're the channel of distribution. You're our partners. It's the time when you can compress time in your life. If you're trying to make up time, you can compress time, and what took maybe 20 years, you want to try to get done in the next 3 to 4 years. That would be an incredible goal. You want to go in, you want to look at the Just Push Play. We recorded that on the recruiting, on the marketing side. You can see Ed here on your lower left-hand side of your screen. He recorded a new CBD Y10X Pure video with CBDA. You want that in your arrow in your quivers. It's just another tool for you to use, and so I encourage you to do that. Also, everybody asks me from the event, and my quick one before I get started is Dave, what are you doing? What's the most unique? The most unique is the brain hack, the brain and hormone hack, and that's what I call it. When do you combine one product with another product, and you get, like, it doesn't equal 2, it equals 3 or 4 or 5. It's unbelievable physical and mental health. I'm going to tell you what they are right now. It's a 10X Pure Gourmet Coffee with CBDA, and then you combine that with the Extra Strength Happy Bliss. Bliss, remember, Bliss is a brand. I'm going to give you a clue. Extra Strength Happy, happy is the product, which means to you, there's more products coming in the Bliss line. But for here today is Extra Strength Happy. You combine it with the coffee in the morning. You make your coffee. Your CBDA coffee has 7 milligrams of CBDA per cup. You have 10 micro drops of the Bliss Extra Strength Happy, has 4.7 milligrams of CBGA. Never before combined like this in a setting that can literally change your mood, elevate your being. And I just say, I'll let you experience an incredible state of bliss. It's what I call You can turn any beverage into a brain hacking adventure. And finally, we'll just say is that you also, a lot of people were asking to buy 2 or 3. Would we do some type of promotion? No, we did 3. You can buy 1, you can buy 3. With 3, you get a $20 off. You save the extra money, and that's going to be on the site forever. So I encourage you to put them in your pocket, put them in your purse, wherever you go. And it's like sampling. The idea is wherever you are, you can put it, turn any beverage into a brain hacking adventure, and everybody's going to say, what are you doing? What is that? You have the opportunity. That's permission marketing. They just gave you permission to talk to them. Okay, let's get started. So what we learned about on the weekend is research suggests sampling increases sales 2,000%. So we're all in on sampling. So here's the background before I get to my strategy. There's 2 ways to give out samples, $100 in samples, for example. And I call that your marketing budget. And you must answer that question. You got in the business for free. You got all the landing pages for free. You have all the back office for free. The only thing you're paying for is Verb and your products. And Verb's an incredible, it allows you to leverage yourself. You can be a little bit like your own Amazon, or your own Microsoft, your own Apple. It allows you, it leverages you to access people professionally. So you can hand out samples. We have it in your app. It's $19.95 a month, so it's not a big deal. And then you can also, you buy credits and they'll send samples for you. And we'll talk about that. So there's 2 ways to give out, so if your marketing budget is $100 a month, then you want to be able to, let's look at it. Let's divide it up between the Verb app, which is also provides follow-up to your prospects. And they're $6.95 each if you buy 10 credits. So out of your $100, that would be $70. If you hand them out, you buy a packet, a bag of samples, and they're $1 each. They're 32 a pack, so that's $30. So you'll hit 10 people with Verb on your automated system. You'll hand out 30 from your packets on those packets, and you'll hand them out. And then at the same time, you can also input those people into your Verb app, and Verb will follow up for you. Nothing better creates ultimate leverage. So 70 plus 30 is your $100. That's your marketing budget. Everybody needs to have a marketing budget, or how can you do a business and expect to make, if your goal is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 50,000, whatever it is a month. The question you want to ask when you join, and everybody that you bring in, is how much can you afford for a marketing budget on a monthly basis? And then you back them into this. If it's $100, this is this. And it's 10 plus 30 equals 40 samples. This allows you to put 40 contacts out there. And as an example, a 10% buying rate, if 10% out of 40 go, that's 4 people. So stay with me. Let's step back. Here's what I really wanted to talk to you tonight about. And it's grasp the concept, play this over again. So that $100, so you are on the left-hand side of the screen. This is you. You came into the business. The question is, how much we teach you, right? What's your marketing budget? What can you afford on a monthly basis to market, to build your business? I can afford $100. Okay, we call that marketing buying power. Marketing buying power because it buys, in our case, samples that are used to go out and market and prospect to bring in and build your business. So stay with me. And if you go down, the underneath you is when it's one person at $100, it's $100 of marketing buying power. And that would get 40, 10 from the Verb app, you'd hand out 30, that's 40, that's pretty good. But when you get 10 people underneath you at $100, that's $1,000 in marketing buying power. That's 40 times 10. That's 400 people who are going to get samples. and 400 people potentially getting followed up on through your Verb app and automating it and making things incredible for you. When it's 100 people, it's 100 times $100 in your group from you down. That's $10,000. And that's right, 400 times 10, that's 4,000, and so forth. But stay with me. So I just want to go through the math. This is just you month one. So you can see on the right, you got $100 a month marketing buying power. So I just said, let's make it an average of $5, for samples. You got the Verb you're sending them through, the 10, and you got the 30. It really doesn't cost that much, but I'm just going to be really, really conservative. Instead of 40 prospects who get samples, in my example, I cut it in half and said 20. So I'm being really conservative based on my prior slide. Let's say you get 2 buyers in the first month because probably you know the people better. You're going to your warmer market. At the end, if you did that for 12 months and you got 2 a month, that's 24 people on your team. That's linear thinking. That's flatline. Here's the big picture in CTFO. You want to talk about month 2? You want to take you plus the 2 people who joined and bought, became members. In month 2, now you start out with 3 people. They each put $100 in, and it may be 50. Some people too. I'm just bringing an average. There's no guarantees, no get rich quick schemes. This is just conceptual, so you understand what to do to build your empire. 3 people times 100 is now we have $300 in marketing buying power. If it costs us an average of $5 to get samples out, to get a sample to people, then that's about 60 prospects. If we get 1 out of 10, that's 6 buyers for that month. So at the end of month 2, you've got 3, the original 3 that you had beginning month 2. You got the additional 6 buyers. So now you have 9 people on your team. In month 3, those 9 people put up $100. They buy their Verb credits to get the 10. So it'll send out 10. Just it'll send and automate them, send them for you, put the stamp on them. It'll follow up. It'll do everything and let you know what's going on. And you buy your bag of 30 and you'll hand them out. But now you have 3 people doing it. Whoops. Now you have 3 people doing it. You had 60 prospects. We get 1. So we got 3, 6, and a 9-person team. So now at mine 3, you got 9. Now we have 9 people beginning the next month. $100 marketing buying power each. We have a total of 9. You on your team, you at the top here your team has marketing buying power of 900. At an average of $5 to get samples out. That's 180 prospects that month. If we get 10% of them, it's 18. So now you're 9. When you started the month, you got 18 more. Now your team's 27. Month 4, 27 people. Now our marketing buying power is 2,700. You understand the impact? You worked 20 or 30 years. What if you did this for that long there? Be here 1 year from today. In 1 year, 12 months from today, then set a goal of being here another 12 months. Do this for 3 years. 27 people, we have 2,700 marketing buying power. That means if it costs us $5, to get a prospect samples out, then it's 540 prospects that month on your team. You just started 4 months ago. 10%, 1 out of 10 buyers, 54. Now you have the 27 plus the 54. You have 81 people on your team. You're in month 5. Now you have 81 times 100, 8,100 of marketing and buying power. Let's skip to the bottom here. 162 buyers. You have 1,620 people who actually got samples. There's action happening. 81 plus your 162 you got that month, you have 243-person team. And finally, I'll just go to month 6 and we'll stop. But That 243 people now at $100, your marketing buying power is $24,300. You can almost sit back and predict and forecast what the growth of your business is going to be. And you can cut my numbers in half and cut them in half again if you want. It just grasp the concept. That month 6, 4,860 people got samples through Verb, or your people handing them out and talking to them and asking questions, asking fun questions. Have pain? Do you like drink your coffee black, or do you like vanilla latte? So 243 people that started the month, plus the 486 buyers, your team, 729 people. What do you think about that? 729 times $100 is 72,000 going into the next month for marketing buying power. That's action. That's ultimate leverage. And the Verb app will help you control it and excel at it. So in dollars and cents, if you have 700 people spending $100 a month on products, and our commissions our samples are commissionable as well, but if they're spending $100 a month, that's $72,000. And it's probably worth $3,500, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 a month. So let that just sink in a little bit before I go on. That's you right here. And you built this, but you had a consistent daily activity that anybody could do. Ask questions, and that's a whole nother event. The Just Push Play video is great for that. Or your team leaders, I'm sure, are doing trainings on that. But have fun asking questions and doing samples. So stay with me. So let me ask you a question. If this is you, and you're passing out your samples, you're trying to find another you. So I have a question of how much time, what's the future value of a customer, of a member? Because if I know what the value is to me down the road, look at question number 1. I know how much effort to put into finding that new member and pursuing them. What we just learned is you may go through, 10 people to get one. And that's what my numbers were based on prior. But that one, we just learned is if they're worth it, if you ask them questions like, are you serious or just curious about a business opportunity or a side hustle? Are you money motivated? If they respond with the right answers, then potentially if they become you, another person motivated like you, they're going to build the same thing you built because you're going to teach them marketing buying power. And that's the way they came into the business and the opportunity. And that's what they're going to teach because it works for you. Next question. So what is the true future value of a member? Let's go back to month 6 and say 729 people spending $72,000 a month. So, and if you're making $4,000 a month from that person, if you recruit another person who can build that, then, and that's $3,000 or $4,000 a month or whatever it is, 5,000. And that lasts for 5 years. Do you think it's worth pursuing that person intelligently, smartly, and logically? It's just obvious. The answer is that's just one person who went out, used marketing buying power to help build their team so that their team would be successful and know what to do on a regular basis. Everybody, I'm just closing up right now. Timing is critical. The CBD industry is growing unbelievably. In the next 2 years, 24 months, you have the opportunity to compress time like you've never seen it before. Improve your health and your wealth. 23 billion in projected annual sales, 2023. So I have one last question. If you're going to make a change in your life, in your health and your wealth, when do you think would be a good time to start? What's your marketing buying power? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope you watch this many times over and use it in your training. It's meant to really stir the activity so that you can become everything you want to be. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you down the road.